I'm behind this rock because the sea's over there. The sound of the water changes. I kind of want to sample it, the difference. And then we just arrived today. The tide's coming in. So I can't go and explore these rocks. Those cliffs over there, seems like there's a cave and I want to go explore it, so I'll have to do that in the morning when the tide is out. You got me! You got me! Hi! What's cool too is that the next landmass is America. Like in that direction. Next place you hit is Newfoundland. Good morning. We're in the Highlands, on the Isle of Lewis, in a little village called Dalmore. Funny story about Dalmore. Basically people have been settled in this little, there's mountains on either side, so it's like a little dip. It's like a little dip. And we're in houses, like on the dip, and then there's the sea, like, I don't know, the sea is like 5 minutes away. We're staying for 10 days. Anyway, Dalmore is a cute little village because people have been settled here, like, since the, 1900s. I know, I'll read the book that they have here about the history of the village, but there's like ruins and stuff, and it's pretty cool. But basically, Dalmore is a really cool little village for me and my parents to come to, because basically Dalmore is known as like one of the like dark spots, where basically they used to like sell tobacco and alcohol after like church ceremonies. So it's one of the places that was like considered like a dark area because like it's the devil's work, drugs and alcohol. So I think it's very fitting because I'm going to be smoking weed out the window. So classically rocky people lived here, people who didn't follow the rules. Another reason why Dalmore people were badass is because they took apart the church and used it to build other things. They're like, fuck you, church, and just like used it to build other things, which I think is funny, and pretty punk if you ask me. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to start this vlog with a passage from Murakami 1984, which is the book I'm reading at the moment. And I read this little passage on the ferry and it stuck out to me. Let me find it. I remembered it as chapter 3. Hold on. Judging from the spider webs clinging to it, the emergency stairway was hardly ever used. To each web clung a small black spider, patiently waiting for its small prey to come along. Not that the spiders had any awareness of being patient. A spider had no special skill other than building its web, and no lifestyle choice other than sitting still. It would stay in one place, waiting for its prey, until in the natural course of things it shriveled up and died. This was all genetically predetermined. The spider had no confusion, no despair, no regrets, no metaphysical doubt, no moral complications, probably. Unlike me, I have to move with a purpose, which is why I'm alone now, climbing down these stupid emergency stairs from Metropolitan Expressway number 3, where it passes through the useless Sanjenja neighborhood, even if it means ruining a perfectly good pair of stockings, all the while sweeping away these damn spider webs and looking at an ugly rubber plant on somebody's stupid balcony. I move, therefore I am. Anyway, I don't want to be too sentimental, but also it got me thinking, because the only thing, I don't know how to articulate what I wanted to express from this, but basically, all my life I've always given meaning to things. I've always given, and this is a very human thing, I've given like, you know when you're a kid and you see like the little bug and you're like, no, it has friends, you can't kill the bug because it'll miss its friends. You can't like, that, none of that exists. The bug doesn't register any of that. The bug just is, the bug just lives, and I think the fault with us, the fault with humans, is our consciousness. I think that's our downfall sometimes. Sometimes we don't just live, sometimes we don't just be. And yeah, this is something I struggle with. Like, I think too much. Sometimes it's really nice to just be. And anyway, I wanted to set the tone with that, because this is the point of this 10 days staying in the Isle of Lewis, is to just be. Me and my best friend Gret talk about how we always want to live life too fast. We always are thinking about the next thing, the next party, the next gig, the next, I don't know, our next plan. And we don't like stay in the present enough. So this is a good test to have for the next 10 days, which is just to be present. And I'm finding that vlogging is actually helping me with this, because I bring the camera out when I feel a little bit of inspiration, when I want to share something. So yeah, that's the tone I want to set for this trip. I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog, and I'm gonna go drink the rest of my coffee and wake up properly. You know, it seems the way I started that. Anyway, you know, it seems that a lot of people spend a lot of time distracting themselves from the fact that we're all gonna die. It's like the biggest fear, isn't it? It's like it's the highest level, like the top level. That's the boss you defeat at the end. That's the Ender Dragon. Like, the Ender Dragon is, my dad's coming out. It's distracting me. It's death. And I don't understand, a lot of people don't want to face that fact. Isn't that what religion is? It's a way to, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's a choice to, but it's like, it's a distraction technique. It's a way to, instead of actually confronting the fear, it's like, I'm gonna find a way around a worldview that means that I don't actually have to confront the mind-boggling fact that I'm not gonna be here one day. Instead of addressing the fear, we reconstruct our idea of reality, so that we don't have to feel anything uncomfortable, so that we don't have to face that fact, we don't have to feel the fear. So we construct ideas like reincarnation, like there's going to be a God, there's more lives, so we don't have to worry about this big thing that we fear. We don't have to think about that, because we're never going to die. It's like, instead of just facing the actual problem, we come up with all these ways around it. And I think, what is the problem with just addressing and coming to peace with the fact that we're animals? Like, I'm no different to that sheep over there, and I'm no different to those Highland cows. Like, and I think there's freedom in that. It's like, I was thinking, it's like the best way to learn is to, or the best way to like take in information in a textbook is to go back and read like the final paragraphs, to read the conclusion, because then you understand the whole point of everything in the middle, the whole point of the start, the whole point of the middle, and then you can go back, and when you actually read the meat of the book, you can apply it better, because you know what the end result is. So why do we avert death when we know that that's the end result? If I know that the end result of my life is death, it means that I can enjoy the meat of life more, because I realize its importance. I realize its... Anyway. Okay. Alright. What the Instagram girls do. Oh, I wanted to say two things about the religion talk that I had. And one is just that first of all, there's nothing wrong with being religious. I want to clarify that. Me saying all these things is just exploring an idea, not necessarily claiming that people shouldn't be religious. You know, you do what you want to add to your quality of life. If that benefits you, then absolutely do it. I just think that for me,
I think it makes more sense to, you know, embrace the fact that there is no inherent meaning of life if you don't give it a meaning. There's no meaning to anything if you don't give it one. So I think you could maybe I feel that I can enjoy life more and get the most out of life if I realize from the beginning and throughout my experience that, like, it's finite, very finite. If I remind myself every day that this is the last day, like every day is a blessing, then I don't know. I hope you get my train of thought. I don't feel like I need to finish it, and I don't really want to be honest. Yeah, that's it. Also, I wanted to share that my mental health hasn't been great, and I wanted to share that, like, publicly, I guess, because I think too often everything's like perfect and shiny, and I know there's going to be people watching this video who like idealize maybe the clips that I put in and think that all these happy sunsets and happy moments playing with my sister is like all the time. Most of this trip I've actually been really down, and that's because basically everything that has kept me going and kept me stable for the past year, like the gym, being able to record whenever I want to in my studio, which is a huge privilege, and I realize that. Even access to a piano, I feel so lucky that I've been, you know, used to that. But without having any of those things to keep me stable, I realize that my mental health has suffered a little bit, so I've just had to be really kind to myself. It's all about your inner voice, and I think depression is like this twin that you have that likes to dress up as you sometimes, and it's very easy to forget that twin or that like person, I'm personifying depression, that person who's living in your house with you rent-free that you didn't ask for, who likes to dress up as you and pose as you isn't you. Like I have to remind myself that the negative thoughts, like depressive thoughts, are not me. I have to tell my freaking evil depressed twin to fuck off sometimes. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share. That's it. I don't think there was anything else. And I hope I explained it well, because I don't have the energy to re-record. I'm bored. Right, I scaled this rock where hopefully no one can see me so that I can tan evenly and take everything off. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that now. Bye.